He rode across the desert, a legend before his time. But the man known as Lawrence of Arabia was more complex than the epic film that made him famous. Did you know he once worked as a bricklayer? Or that his desert adventures were fueled by a surprising obsession with ancient pottery? We're diving deep into the life of this enigmatic figure to uncover 10 astonishing facts about the real Lawrence of Arabia. What do you think is the most surprising thing about him? The enigmatic T. Lawrence. Peter O'Toole's portrayal of T. Lawrence in Lawrence of Arabia brought to life a man shrouded in mystery. Was he a genuine hero of the Arab Revolt, or a British agent playing a dangerous game? The film hints at the complexity, showing Lawrence adopting Arab dress, living among the Bedouin, and earning their trust. He wasn't just a military strategist, he became one of them, a startling transformation that fascinated both his contemporaries and audiences. His abilities went far beyond combat. Lawrence was a gifted linguist, a skilled archaeologist, and a brilliant writer. He could navigate the harsh desert terrain with uncanny skill, and his understanding of tribal politics was deep. This blend of intellectual prowess and rugged adventurer made him a legend even before the film immortalized him. Imagine the sheer force of personality required to lead disparate Arab tribes united against a common enemy. The film captures his internal struggles, too. Lawrence fought not just for the British, but for the dream of an independent Arab nation. Yet, he witnessed the betrayal of those promises, a disillusionment that clearly weighed heavily on him. This internal conflict, the clash between his ideals and the harsh realities of international politics, is a core element of his enigmatic persona. What truly made Lawrence so compelling was this duality: the refined scholar who embraced the desert warrior's life, the idealist who navigated a world of political intrigue. His motivations remained a puzzle, a blend of genuine empathy for the Arab cause and a thirst for adventure and recognition. He was a man who lived between worlds, belonging fully to none. Did this constant internal negotiation define his legend? The desert campaigns and guerrilla warfare. Lawrence's audacious desert campaigns weren't just about fighting, they were masterclasses in disruption. He understood that the Ottoman forces relied heavily on their railway lines to move troops and supplies across vast distances. So, his strategy often focused on these vital arteries. Imagine small, agile Arab units, guided by Lawrence, striking suddenly at isolated sections of the Hijaz Railway. They wouldn't engage in prolonged battles. Instead, they'd blow up bridges, derail trains, and then vanish back into the unforgiving desert landscape before reinforcements could arrive. This constant harassment wore down the enemy's morale and stretched their resources incredibly thin. This wasn't conventional warfare at all. Lawrence embraced guerrilla tactics, turning the desert itself into an ally. His fighters, intimately familiar with the terrain, could move unseen and strike with lightning speed. They used camels for mobility, a stark contrast to the mechanized units the Ottomans might deploy. Their knowledge of water sources and hidden routes allowed them to outmaneuver larger, slower-moving armies. It was a game of wits and endurance, where understanding the environment and the enemy's vulnerabilities was far more crucial than brute force. The raid on Aqaba stands as a prime example of this unconventional approach. Instead of attacking the heavily defended port from the sea, Lawrence led his men on a daring overland march through the Sinai Desert. They bypassed the main defenses and attacked the town from the rear, catching the Ottoman garrison completely by surprise. This bold move secured a crucial port for the Allies, opening up supply lines and demonstrating the effectiveness of his unique brand of desert warfare. It was a calculated risk that paid off spectacularly, showcasing his ability to think outside the box and inspire his followers to achieve the seemingly impossible. Lawrence's tactics were all about making the enemy feel constantly vulnerable, never knowing where the next blow would fall. He understood that winning hearts and minds was as important as any military victory. By siding with the Arab Revolt and respecting their culture, he gained their trust and loyalty, which was essential for his guerrilla operations. This deep understanding allowed him to orchestrate attacks that were not only militarily effective, but also politically significant, sowing discord within the Ottoman Empire. How did Lawrence manage to coordinate such disparate forces in such a challenging environment? The man behind the legend. T. Lawrence, the man etched into cinematic history, was far more than the dashing desert warrior Peter O'Toole portrayed. Before the camel charges and the flowing robes, Lawrence was a scholar. He possessed a keen intellect, graduating from Oxford with honors in archaeology. His fascination wasn't just with ancient ruins, but with the very fabric of the cultures that built them. This deep understanding, this ability to see beyond the surface, would prove crucial in his later exploits. He wasn't just a visitor to the Middle East. He was an observer who truly sought to comprehend its people and their complex histories. His military career, often romanticized, was built on a foundation of meticulous planning and an almost uncanny ability to blend in. Lawrence didn't just learn Arabic, he mastered its dialects, adopting the customs and dress of the Bedouin tribes he lived among. This wasn't mere performance, it was a profound act of immersion. He understood that to lead, he first had to be accepted, and acceptance came from genuine respect and shared experience. He shared their hardships, their thirst, and their unwavering loyalty to their cause, forging bonds that transcended typical command structures. The legend often overshadows the internal struggles. Lawrence was a man wrestling with his own identity. He was a complex individual, torn between his intellectual pursuits and the brutal realities of war. He craved recognition, yet simultaneously recoiled from the fame his actions brought. This internal conflict, this duality of desiring the spotlight while simultaneously seeking anonymity, adds a layer of profound humanity to his story, making him relatable despite his extraordinary circumstances. He was a man who achieved the impossible, yet found little peace in the aftermath. What aspect of Lawrence's real-life personality do you find most surprising compared to the movie? The film's impact and legacy. David Lean's epic, Lawrence of Arabia, wasn't just a movie, it was a cinematic event that redefined what audiences expected from historical dramas. Its sheer scale, captured on breathtaking 70mm film, set a new benchmark for visual storytelling. Think of those sweeping desert vistas, the meticulously recreated Bedouin camps, and the colossal battle sequences. They weren't just backdrops, they were characters in themselves, immersing viewers in a world far removed from their own. This commitment to authenticity and grandeur was a deliberate choice by Lean, who wanted to transport his audience directly into the heart of T. Lawrence's extraordinary journey. The film's influence extended far beyond its initial theatrical run. It became a touchstone for filmmakers for decades, inspiring countless epics with its ambitious scope and visual poetry. Its innovative use of landscape as a narrative element, the way the vast, unforgiving desert mirrored Lawrence's internal struggles, was a masterclass in filmmaking. The way cinematographer Freddie Young captured the light and shadow of the desert, transforming it from a barren wasteland into a place of stark beauty and profound significance, is still studied today. This visual language became a template for how to depict epic journeys and the relationship between man and nature. More than just a technical achievement, Lawrence of Arabia deeply resonated with audiences on an emotional level, exploring themes of identity, loyalty, and the complexities of war. Peter O'Toole's iconic performance as Lawrence, a man caught between two cultures and wrestling with his own demons, earned critical acclaim and cemented the film's status as a timeless classic. It wasn't afraid to delve into the psychological toll of conflict, presenting a nuanced portrait of a hero whose motivations were as shifting as the desert sands. This depth of character, combined with the sweeping spectacle, created a powerful and enduring cinematic experience. Even today, Lawrence of Arabia is celebrated as a monumental achievement in filmmaking. Its restoration and re-release have introduced its magic to new generations, proving that a well-crafted story, told with artistic vision and technical brilliance, can transcend time. The film's legacy is not just in its awards or its influence on other movies, but in its ability to still captivate and inspire, to make us ponder the nature of heroism and the vastness of human experience. What aspect of Lawrence of Arabia do you find most unforgettable? So, we've journeyed through the incredible life of T. Lawrence, a man who became a legend in his own time. From his daring desert raids to his mysterious later years, Lawrence of Arabia truly was an enigma. What do you think was his most astonishing feat? Let us know in the comments below. And next time, we'll delve into another figure who shaped history in unexpected ways, exploring the mind of the brilliant, yet controversial, Nikola Tesla.